Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to complete our world map of the continents, and we're going to be using watercolor set. I'm sorry this side is so dark, but you can see that I have a glass of water, a brush. You might be getting two brushes, one that has a finer point, a little smaller point. You've got your work and you have a watercolor set. So firstly, we're going to get our brush wet and put a little drip of water into yellow, orange, red, green. We're not going to do blue because our oceans are blue. We're going to skip to purple, maybe a little brown. Let's avoid the black right now. Maybe we can add a little black in the end, but we never want to use black first because it is such an intense dark color that it really ruins our brush and water. It just makes it way too dark. So let's start with the first color. We're going to start with yellow. Please choose a continent to paint, and I'm going to start with North America. So I'm going to put a little water in my brush and start at the top in this northern region and work my way down. Now, you should know already that if you have a lot of water in your brush, your color will be lighter. If you don't have a lot of water in your brush, the color is darker. I'm sorry to say that I painted this on not very nice paper, and you can see it's already staining the paper. I didn't have nice paper at home like you do at school, so hopefully your paper isn't falling apart like mine. It's bad. All right, and I'm going to add a little yellow here and here and here. Now, because this paper isn't very strong, I'm going to take a napkin and I'm going to soak up the extra water so that it doesn't ruin the paper anymore. You can see that it's breaking it down because paper is made with fibers of a tree pulp, they call it, and it's kind of fragile. Okay, here we go. North America. You can choose to paint yellow in Africa or Asia or Europe. You decide. I just chose North America. We're going to go to the second darkest color, orange. I think I'm going to do South America. And I'm carefully moving the water and the brush over because my paper isn't very good. And I can see it's breaking up. I am going to try to soak up the extra water. Sorry. There we go. With my napkin. Third color, choose somewhere for red. Australia, Asia, Antarctica. I'm going to do Antarctica in red. There we go. We do not need to paint the oceans in. We have added the color of the oceans with our crayon work. And I'm going to carefully add the red here. There we go. And I'm going to soak up the extra with my napkin. That's called dabbing. All right, my next color, I think it was going to be green. I think I'm going to do Africa in green. If I want it a little lighter, I can just make sure I have plenty of water in my brush. Please don't go into new colors without washing your brush. And here we go. We're going to add Madagascar here. And soak up the extra water. Excellent. And go to the next continent. And the next color. Let's see. All right, boys and girls, the next step after making each continent a different color, you are going to wash out your brush and create a different pattern within each separate continent. So I'll give you an example here. I am going to maybe get a little of this purple paint. I know it's hard to see. And within Australia, I'm going to create dots. Just barely touching with the tip of my brush and letting it soak in. So this is a repetition of dots. So it's purple dot, black space, purple dot, black space, or purple dot, gray space. It kind of turned gray. All right, boys and girls, so you're just going to pattern into each continent, or possibly a better way to say this is create a different type of line, like polka dots. And here, wash my brush. Now I think I'll go to Africa, and in Africa I am going to make, oh, I don't want to use green on green, though you could. I'm going to go with brown, and I'm going to do diagonal stripes. Go slow and steady, so it's going to look like a pattern of green, brown, green, brown, green, brown, green, brown, and I'm going in a diagonal line, nice and slow. Careful. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you're trying to create a pattern. You could also, if it's getting way too watery, soak up a little extra. There we go. Don't worry about any mistakes. In Asia, I think I'm going to add a little water. And I'm even going to do dots into this one because the dots are pretty fun. But I'm going to make them a little longer. You might call them dashes when they're longer. A dash, a dash, a dash, a dash. All right, boys and girls, enjoy yourself. So boys and girls, don't forget, you can use vertical, horizontal, diagonal lines, wavy, spiral, curved. As you can see, there are a lot of types of lines to choose from.